Hey everyone, my name is Christina Robles and welcome to video 2 on my Mind, Body, and Soul Food YouTube channel. Video 1 was a video that was taken, I would say, about 2 years ago or so when I first started my weight loss journey. The weight loss journey that I started then on that video is definitely not the weight loss journey that I find myself on today. I have actually found success. If you look at video 1 and you look at video 2, you're going to see a huge difference in weight and face. Some people say I don't even look the same. But the way I was able to actually find success was having gastric sleeve surgery by Dr. Ramos Kelly in Tijuana, Mexico. My starting weight, actually my high weight was 222 pounds. And I'm not quite sure that that's actually accurate. When I did start this journey, I was afraid of the scale and didn't want to get on the scale, and so I'd actually started working out and eating healthy for about 2.5 months before I ever had the nerve to step on the scale. And I had started to see some differences in my body before I ever actually stepped on the scale, so I'm sure that my high weight was actually a lot higher than that, or not a lot higher, but at least 10 pounds or so. But we'll say that my starting weight was 222 pounds. My surgery weight was 208, and my current weight right now is 143 pounds. I had surgery with Dr. Ramos Kelly on March 6th of 2015. Today's date is November 6th, which means I'm exactly 8 months post-op today, or 35 weeks. So what made me actually start this whole journey to begin with was the fact that I was, 32 years old? 32, 30, no, I was 30 years old when I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. That kind of got the ball rolling where I started thinking to myself, I'm not healthy and I should probably start doing something differently. But it wasn't until I got diagnosed at 32 with fatty liver disease that kind of really scared me and put me on a different path. And so I started working out. What I started to do was I wanted to hold myself accountable, and the only way that I could think of holding myself accountable was letting everybody know on social media, just how unhealthy I had gotten. So I went ahead and took a picture of my scale at the 222. I posted it on Facebook and let everybody know that I was going to start this journey. I was really afraid to do that. It's kind of hard to put yourself out there and let people know just how much you let yourself go and how unhealthy and how fat you are. I took before pictures. I worked out every day. I was eating healthy. I was posting pictures on the web, on Instagram, on Facebook, of the things that I was eating. I wasn't consuming more than 1,200 calories a day. I was on my Fitness Pal. I had gotten a personal trainer. I was at the gym. I was taking pictures of myself at the gym every time I went. And I did this for about 8 months, and I lost about 22 pounds in 8 months. And then I got sick. I can't even remember what I got sick with. I'm sure it was something to do with my asthma, because I have really bad asthma. But I did get sick and I ended up in the hospital, and the doctors told me that I couldn't work out for about 6 weeks or so. So I kind of stopped going to the gym, and I was at home more often, and when I was at home I kind of just fell back to the unhealthy eating that I was doing. And in 6 weeks I gained back all 22 pounds that it had taken me 8 months to lose. I was just devastated at that point. And I'd actually had I don't want to say who, because I don't really know if she wants me to kind of throw her under the bus and let people know that she's actually had weight loss surgery. But I had a really close female in my life who had had gastric sleeve a year before I had it. Well, no, I think she's like 4 or 5 years post-op at this point. So she had had it a couple of years before I had it at that point. And she had tried to talk me into having weight loss surgery then. But I was on that whole kick of, no, I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to do it the healthy way. I didn't want to go to Mexico. Oh, no, not Mexico. Like, their healthcare system sucks there. Why would I go there and not do it here? So I had that whole American, I'm better than thou kind of attitude about it. And she did tell me, I remember very specifically, she says, you're going to get to a year from now and you're going to regret that you haven't done this yet. And so after I gained that 22 pounds, I was devastated and knew that I needed to do something, because I had gone back to the doctor for the follow-up, and I found out that not only did I have type 2 diabetes and I had fatty liver disease, but I also now had high blood pressure, and I was being put on medication for that. So to say that my self-esteem was down and that my motivation was down would be an understatement. I was just devastated. And so I decided to start looking into gastric sleeve surgery. I had looked into the doctor that she had used, but unfortunately, and I'm not going to sit here and badmouth any one doctor or not, so I'm not even going to mention his name, but I will say that this doctor in particular that she had used was not the doctor for me. All I did was put his name into Google and quickly figured out that that was not the route that I wanted to go. So I started doing more research about medical tourism, and Dr. Kelly's name just kept coming up, kept coming up, kept coming up. And every blog, every forum, every post, everything that I had ever read about him was all positive. I couldn't find anything negative. And I'm like, there's no way possible that this doctor could be that good. So I decided to contact him myself. I spoke to him, and I just had this sense of, oh my gosh, this is what I need to do. I need to do this for myself. I need to do this for my family. And I remember going through this whole emotional roller coaster of how dare I be able to take $4,600 out of my family's pocket and go to Mexico and have this weight loss surgery? Like, what if I die? What if I'm on this table and I die, and my kids, who were only 3, 8, and 15 at the time, what if my children don't have a mother because I wanted to be thin? And my husband kept saying, why don't we just wait a couple more months and we'll save and we'll this and we'll do that. And then I prayed about it. I talked to everybody. I had lots of people who were giving me a really hard time because, what do you mean you're going to go to Mexico, blah, 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 you know, that whole stipulation. Or the stigma, the negative stigma on Mexico. But I got to a place where I was like, you know, I'm so used to taking care of everybody in my life, my mother, my husband, my children, my siblings. Like, I'm the oldest of all of my siblings, and so I kind of just play the caretaker to everybody. But what I realized is that I was so busy taking care of everybody else that I had lost myself in that. And I had let myself go, and I was unhealthy, and I just realized that if I didn't take this step and make myself healthy, that I wasn't going to be here long enough, that I was going to make a difference in everybody else's life. And so if I really cared about everybody else, I needed to take care of myself first. So that's when I decided to have the gastric sleeve surgery with Dr. Kelly, and literally was the best decision I ever could have made. It changed my life. It not only changed my life, but it changed everybody's life around me. I'm healthier. I like myself. I like who I've become, because it does absolutely change you, or you change yourself in the process. But I came to love who I am, and I've come to love the reflection that I'm seeing in the mirror. And not only am I liking the physical aspect and the changes that I'm seeing with my face, with my body, with my boobs, with my arms, with all of that, but it's the quality of my life that has changed dramatically. I am, instead of going to parks with kids, with my kids and saying, hey, you guys go play, mommy's going to sit right here on the bench and watch you. When you guys are ready to eat, we'll go eat. Instead, I'm getting up with them, and I'm taking 6-7 mile hikes with them. I am able to fit into amusement park rides that I wouldn't even have dared to do before. I mean, just amazing things have happened, and it's just little things all the time, like being able to wrap a towel around me and not having the big gap where the towel doesn't fit. You're like, oh, and you can see everything here. No, now it completely wraps around me. That was pretty awesome. Being able to put my legs up like this, that was pretty cool. There's so many different things. 3 months post-op, I went and had my blood work done with my regular doctor, and I was not only not considered diabetic, I wasn't even close to being borderline or pre-diabetic. My resting glucose had gone from 177 down to 70, like seriously, I was off of insulin. I no longer had to take my blood sugar levels. I didn't have to take any high blood pressure medication. I've been able to shrink my liver by 60%. I mean, these are just mind-blowing things that have been added benefits of having this surgery. And I originally had planned on having this video blog that would explain to everybody along the way, like, what I had experienced. Unfortunately, I chose to share my weight loss journey with a few core people that didn't really necessarily support it. And so when I told them what my plans were, they completely talked me out of it. Said, no, don't do it. You don't want everybody to know what's going on. Blah, 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 blah. You're going to hate yourself. You're not going to like it. You're going to feel horrible. So I allowed their feelings, I guess, about the situation to change what it was that I wanted to do. So I didn't actually continue that video blog. I did, however, continue to put stuff out on Facebook and held myself accountable that way. But the feedback that I got from everybody was so amazing. I mean, the first couple of months of this journey is really emotionally difficult. You just have to retrain yourself completely on how you're eating. Your relationship with food changes. Your relationship with people changes. So it's difficult. But the positive feedback that I got from everyone that was watching my journey on social media was just, it was amazing. And so I just want to take this moment to say thank you guys, because if it wouldn't have been for you guys, I don't know that I would have continued on this journey. I don't know how I would have done that. But through the whole time, I've been able to inspire other people to start their own journeys. And not everybody's journey is going to take them to Dr. Kelly in Mexico. However, many of you have decided to take that route. And 2 thumbs up for that one, because he is awesome and he's amazing, and he's absolutely changed my life. The next part of this video is going to be kind of just pictures and video of what the last 8 months has looked like, since I didn't take the opportunity to start this blog sooner. And then the way I'm going to handle this going forward, because I've kind of lost the majority of the weight. I don't have a whole lot to lose. As you can see, I am down to 140 pounds. I'm in a size 6. These are actually a size 10, and they're really big on me. So I'm going to take this next couple of months, and I'm going to change this up a little bit. You guys can leave in the comments any comments that you have or any kind of subjects that you want me to touch on. I will absolutely do that. But from now on, I'm going to kind of just focus on some topics that I think that you guys are going to want to know for the first 8 months of how things worked out. I'll give some tips on shopping, foods that you should consume, hair loss. That's a big one. I'll definitely do a video on hair loss. Yeah, I'll be right there. Ahorita voy. So I will just follow me, I guess, and I will give you guys all the tips that you guys need to know. It was awesome talking to you guys, and I'll see you soon.